Hi guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make a Folly fringe tassel. Exactly the same as these that form the basis of my Folly fringe necklaces. I'm going to teach you how to make one, and then you can experiment with that idea. So first of all, I went and bought myself these metal fringe holders. They look like bells without the little dangly thing inside. So they're hollow pieces of metal, and ultimately that's where your fringe is going to come out of. So I'm going to use one, put that aside. There's so many different varieties. They come in small, large, different colors, different types of shiny metal. They also, some of them have patterns on them, some of them are more like oval shaped. All depends on your preference. I just prefer the plain and simple and let the fringe do the talking. Okay, so this is actually embroidery cotton. Comes in, you buy them like this. There's so many different colors. That's why I prefer this, because there's just amazing colors out there. Okay, but for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to use this lovely grayish blue because it's easier to see. And I think it'll really look good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit out, and then I'm going to start forming my fringe, which I'll take like this and then pull down to the end. So I folded a little piece, not very long, and then I just wind it around and around. You're going to want a lot. Just make sure that one side at least all meets up. Although I suppose you can cut it at the end. I just like it if it meets up. Okay. This will happen a lot. There we go. I think that should just about do it. Then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to snip. There we go. And put that aside. Now I'm just going to twirl it a little bit just so that it stays together a little bit longer. And I'm going to cut, like I said, so that it's all uniform. It's really important to get it uniform because when I put the glue on, if you only glue the outside and there's pieces inside, they'll ultimately fall out. So I'm going to take my wood glue and put some in the center. Just put a dab in the center and then move towards the outside in a circular motion. Then you're going to take your fingers and you're going to squish it so that the glue actually moves around and joins everything. Now when I stick it inside the tassel, it should all stay together. Okay, so once that's done, you're going to take your wood glue again, and you're going to take that hollow bell looking piece of metal that I said you must buy, and you're going to put the glue inside that, making sure that it reaches the bottom. So if it doesn't reach the bottom, you should take a pin or a society stick or a toothpick, and you should make sure that that all gets down into the bottom. It's really important. And then you're gonna dip it in, dip your string in. That's also another reason we stick it before the time, because if you had to put the string in right now, it would separate and it would go all over the place. So there, it's nicely coated. You can see that the glue is in the inside all the way down, and then you know your tassel can safely be stuck in. Just twirl it around. Don't worry about the excess glue, it goes see-through. You just need to make sure that this thing will not fall out, so it needs to be absolutely secure. Once secured, don't try and cut the bottom just yet. However many you want to make, and the length of it will all be determined when this is dry. It's going to take about 2 hours to dry. I would usually make more at this point until the 2 hours were done, and then work backwards, start cutting the first ones that I made. But for the purposes of this video, it all depends on what you feel like doing. Because I know I showed you the tasseled necklace in the beginning, but I'm actually just going to be using one, and I'm going to make a one tasseled fringe, so it's going to look like that. And it's going to be a part of my new range, and I hope that you try it out because it's going to be really fun. So I'm going to take my flat nose serrated teeth pliers, and I'm going to close the link, remembering that don't let the pieces of metal overlap because it's just going to look messy. So there you have it. There's your tassel necklace.